Greetings, greetings, everybody. Sir McAdoo here, your economic evangelist and your heart of a hustler. Oh yes, come on in, come on in. That's it. You can't win if you don't spend. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, this is a great, great night to be alive and to be able to service God's people. Absolutely, man. This subject matter tonight is going to be incredible. Wake up, Black America. We have to do more with economics. It's okay. I mean, it's really like, for me, I'm being a wholesaler. I deal with all of God's people. It don't matter what nationality you are. And I mean it, because a lot of us, if anybody's on the feed, if you hear me coming in, how many of us have white folks in our family that have different nationalities within it, as for friends and associates and business? It all works together for the good. All of it. Okay. So come on in. Come on in. Let's wake up tonight. We got to figure this thing out. What's more important right now to Black America and business and economics? So here we are. We here. We said that why Black business matters. Okay, it matters, right? Our Black dollars matter. And the beautiful thing about what we're doing is you can spend your money any way you want, and nobody can tell you what to do with your money. Okay, so we're going to deal with some of these topics. And again, I'm Sir McAdoo, your economic evangelist. And this is being brought to you by HeavenlyBodyProduct.com. Go on our website and check us out. Okay, ChronicKiller.com. That's it. Go check us out. Go to packages.ChronicKiller.com. Okay, here's my phone number. You want to check me out? You want to call me? You want to text me and say, "Hey, sir, you're doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate what you're doing for us and our family and for the community at large, the global community." Okay, also being brought to you by the Black Billionaires Club. That's right, one of the best clubs in the game. Okay, you want to level up and level out. You want to be challenged in your business. This is one of the greatest organizations you're ever going to come across, guarantee you. And we're growing. That's the beautiful part. Coast to coast, border to border. All right? That's what, listen, that's one of the things I want us to talk about is Black business, okay? And one of the things I want to, if some of y'all that's on right now, I want you to do me a favor and put something in the feed. This is what I want you to put. Okay? That Black dollars do matter. Okay? Just put it in the feeds. The Black dollars do matter. And what we do, we're going, this is another thing, from local to global. Some of us that's on this feed are prepped and prepared to go international, but we have to attack the global market first. It's okay. What it does is it stimulates the economy. Listen, we're not going to get out of this thing just thinking anti anything. We got to be pro-Black, but not anti-white. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing being about pro-Afrocentric. Somebody put that in the feed. Pro-Afrocentric. There's nothing wrong with power to the people, power to your people. That's, Ungawa Black Power. It's all that stuff is good. But what's great is being able to buy Black and to sell to everybody else. And that's what it's all about, brothers and sisters. How many people can we touch local and how many people we can touch global? And now, oh Lord, I'm ready to dive into this because see, I sell to an international market, and I'm gonna give you some tips of how to navigate. And because people ask me all the time, how do you getting into all these stores, and how do you get the Koreans and the Arabs to buy from you? Well, you know what? I have products that they want. So we're gonna, and products that they need. They specialize in really doing great business. But one of the other things they specialize in is doing great business in the Black community. So what can we do to get our products in their hands, and they're helping us? You know, it's all, I don't, there's something about me, man. I just ain't, I didn't get this prejudice bone in my body. I just don't have it. People can't nudge me to be anti-white, you know, because the thing is, they spend bucks with me, and I spend bucks with them. Some of the things I need, I get from them, and that's the way it is. So here we go. Please share and keep this thing really happy. Right now, you can share to some friends and family. And hey, we're talking about Black business tonight, the Black economy. You know, it's time. It's time that we wake up on the grassroots level. Somebody put that in the feed too. Grassroots economics, baby. That's where we're headed. Now, a lot of people say, man, I ain't down with all that. Well, hopefully you are, because what's happening is the economic shift has taken place. And so we need each other. Make sure you come on by the warehouse and take a quick tour and see what's going on and see some of all the lovely and great products we have. If you are on this feed right now, what is the name of your company? And how can we do business with you? I don't give a crap if you're Black or white. I mean, if you're on this feed, you know I am not anti-anything. I'm just pro-Black. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Trying to help my people. You know what I'm saying? Going over to packages.chronickiller.com, and let's get this thing cracking. And let's get back to the matter at hand. Okay, here we go. Now, what do I mean by wake up? I'm not being facetious. I'm not being mad. Nothing. I'm telling you, wake up means be more conscious. Let's be more conscious. Okay? It's all about conscious. That's it. Okay? There it is. All right. It's all happening. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, fam? This is the awakening for the economic shift in Black America. It's here. And it is rocking and rolling. One of the things I want you to understand is, you know, are you a part of it, or are you just sitting back and, you know, just kind of going with the flow? Where do you stand? You know, where do you sit? You know? Amen. There you go. So, Black America, one of the things that we have to be mindful of, let me say it. There you go. Okay. Not only wake up, but wake up the proactively productive and be proactively productive. And that's major. But I am going to put it in layman's terms, okay? The shift is so sweet right now. All the thing that you have to consider is that, do I have the right products to go with the shift? Because one of the hardest things in the world to do is be able to shift. And now what we got to do is be conscious enough to go with that shift, but understand what is the product and services that you're going to push forward. One of the greatest things, I want you to put this in the feed for me, is that we have to focus on each other. Somebody help me with that. We as a people need to focus on each other. Can I get a witness? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up this. I don't want to let go of that. I want to talk about focus. Focus is the key. If anybody want to get in? Okay, here we go. Okay, I think this is it right there. If you want to come in and be a part of the broadcast, feel free to do it. I'm here. Let's open up the gates. If you want to maybe express yourself or debate something, this is an opportunity to do it right now. I need to really emphasize this because I've noticed something in the markets right now that is very inspiring. Okay, very, very inspiring. Is that the people, and I noticed even with me, being so focused. When you're focused on and being attentive, and I'm very laser focused on more how I spend my dollars. Right now, I'm not trying not to spend my money with other ethnic groups. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, some things I need I can't get, right? We don't have any black, not that I know of. I mean, that's really, grocery stores. I mean, we had a black grocery stores. Would I support? Yeah, I'll be in there. That's where I'll be doing most of my shopping. Okay, we have to be mindful of where we're spending our paper. And the beautiful thing that I have consciously known about dealing with our people and dealing with our people is that we must begin to take our children and our grandchildren into these black establishments. This is why I always tell people to come down, bring your children and your grandchildren down to the warehouse so you can see, they can see that there's somebody in the community that looks like them. I don't know if they talk like me, but at least look like them. They get the, the skin tones. It's very important. Let me see what's out here. Let me see what y'all saying. This is good. There he is. I mean, the king of focus. Am I right about it, Evan? I mean, Evan has seen the shift. He's a part of the whole, the experience of the shift. And the thing, is so interesting is that this is the one word that can and will change the way we do business in Black America. I guarantee you. So our dollars mean something, but does it mean something to you and to us? That's very important. I see you back there, Marlon. Just hold on. I'll be right with you. Hang tight. Give me a thumbs up if you hear me. Okay. So I got one of my brothers getting ready to come on. So what does it mean to you? He said we need to focus on each other. That's what I'm talking about. That's where we're at. This is the, I don't know, because I don't like to say too many big words because I might mess them up. Quintessential, things. It's one of the quintessential things. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. See, we have to focus on each other. And this is very exciting. This is a very exciting time right now because I've been on this earth for 60 years, right? And I realized this is phenomenal. You got to hear this. You got to hear this right here. To see Black people do what we're doing now is amazing to me. To even see, even with the marching and all that. But it's the first time I really focused on, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of other ethnic groups out here marching and doing their thing, So, but one of the most beautiful parts is that now people are saying, I want to buy black. I want to buy more black. I mean, the consciousness. I believe that what I don't believe that what some of the other ethnic brothers, I like to call them yellow brothers and sisters, the vanilla brothers and sisters, what they really, I really don't think they understand is that once we begin to stimulate the black dollars, it's going to still stimulate the whole economy. Think about that. People, them dollars staying before you know it. We're going to need another vehicle. We're going to need some land. We're going to need something. We're going to spend our dollars somewhere other than just Black America. They said, well, the Jewish dollar circulates X amount of times before it leaves the community. Oh, the Korean dollar circulates so many times before it leaves the community. They said, well, the black dollar stays circulating. I don't know what they say. They say a matter of a couple of hours, and we're all spending our money somewhere else. So this is where I see that where we're getting ready to, I believe that the black dollar is getting ready to go bananas. I really believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Oh, Lord, do I believe it. Hey, Miss Viv, how you doing over there? So let's get in here. Let's open up the doors just a little bit. Let me just go down this wall just a little bit, just so we can do before we're gonna bring on our brother Marlon. And so we already know that we need each other. Okay, the black economy right now, the Black Business Matters movement, the black business. I'm just gonna bring you on, Marlon, so you're here. So hold that. The black business movement, that's what we need to be concentrating on. And I believe when we begin to say it all the time, not sometime, I've been saying this every day. I say it. The black business matters. The black dollars matter. And they do. The black dollar is so powerful. I mean, just so powerful. Listen, I wouldn't even be in this building wasn't for the black dollar. I guarantee you, if I just depended on the Korean, the Arabs, and the Jews, and if I just depended on them, I wouldn't be in this building. I'd be in another building, but I wouldn't be in this one. So right now, I want to thank God for all my brothers and sisters that ever supported me, that ever spent $1 with me. I mean that. Power to the people. And I mean that. We need to understand the power of the black mind and how we stimulate those dollars. When we begin to hit those black dollars, when we understand, and then we see the thing is the thing is to make it generational. See, when I'm around my grandchildren, I let them know this is where we're going. Then we're going to spend some of them black dollars. We're going to go here and support. And then put it in their head because guess why? Because other people do it. It's not just white people do it or Korean. Black people do it too. Black people that have children and they believe in the black unity, the black togetherness, they teach their children black everything on board. They experience black music, black movies. I mean, the list, black literature, the list goes on and on and on. The only way that the black business movement and the Black Lives Matter movement are going to be able to prosper from this great movement that we call the Black Dollars, the Black Lives Matters movement, is we gotta teach our children and grandchildren. This is what this whole space is right here for me. This is what said, wake up, Black America. We have to do more with economics. It's not just the action or the thing about spending money with each other. It's also lifting up our consciousness of who we really are and what's really going on. There's a lot of things going on around us. I mean, look at what's going on with this pandemic. I mean, look at the stories that we were told when we first started this thing. We didn't know hardly nothing. I don't think hardly nobody knew too much anyway, to be honest with you. But you know, we're the last one to get the memo. We don't get the memo. It's late. So the thing is that we know a lot about homeopathic medicines, things that work. You know, some things that we know it really don't work. But the thing is a lot of these brothers and sisters that have these ointments and things that help the body with this sea moss and all that. Man, this is great news. Kale and greens and, you know, it's all good, high quality information. God bless us. I mean, God bless America. Hold on. I'm just going to go through a few more things here, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. Yes, you did. Yeah. Okay. We good? We good in there? Okay, we need each other. Absolutely. We got Thomas. What's up? What's up? All right, we got Thomas Lockett over there tearing down Birmingham, Alabama. Listen, this brother really understands black business movement. He got that thing. I mean, he's setting Birmingham on fire. You understand? It's going down. We need to recycle the black dollars more in our community before we release it out of our community. And you know, that is something that we have to, is a learned behavior. Somebody put that in the feed, learned behavior. Because if we don't begin to learn it and then practice it, you know, let me tell you something. I sell to a lot of the other ethnic groups, right? So when this product hits their hands and they sell this, Guess what they got to do after they sold out? When they sell out, guess what they got to do, Marlon? When the Koreans and the Arabs, when they sell out of this, what do?
They come back again.
Sir, yeah, but Mr. Sir, yeah, I need extra. I need some more. And this is the thing that I love about most of the people that buy from me in bulk, especially the other brothers and sisters, is that they understand where that dollar's going. They understand that I'm helping them make some money too. They understand that this is a product that keeps people coming into their stores. You feel me? They know that I help them influence the cash flow that comes into their store. They got that thing down to a science. They got it down to a science. So if you want to be a part of a bold new movement, this is it right here. Very said we get the news late. Very true. And you know, and I mean, some of it is systematic. It happens, but guess what? I believe we just don't pass that knowledge on quick enough. You know, one of the things is about economics. How are we going to continue to have income, and how are we going to always keep our market stimulate the black dollars? How are we going to? What's the best way to stimulate the black dollar? To keep it stimulated. I want to know. I'm asking the question. What's one of the number one way to make sure that our dollars continue to stimulate at all times? What do you say about that, Marlon?
Well, you know, it's really, you know, you stressed on a point in terms of loving yourself and loving your people. You know, if you look at it in the sense of building community and building your people up, then your first thought will be to enrich the lives of others by circulating your money among yourself. You know, I mean, it's okay to love everybody, but loving yourself first is very, very important in terms of growth and self-awareness and the building of your community. So I would say that's the first thing. You got to have the mindset first, and then you'll go looking for your people and looking to see how you can help.
That is very good. And that's one of the ways, and that is probably the number one way to keep that thing going, to keep knowing that we gotta support each other. But the other piece that Marlon, that I want people to understand that our dollars is to educate our children and our grandchildren. Because if you don't, it's not going to happen the way we want it to happen.
Yeah.
It's got to go into the next generation. It has to. Come on.
You know, one of the things I think, sir, at least, you know, when things open back up a little more, travel and exposure is one of the greatest things you can actually expose your children to. You know, a lot of our kids have never seen an economy that is primarily controlled by black people. They've never been in an environment where, you know, 80–90% of the population is black, and you have black businesses, you have black professionals, you have black leaders of the country, you have black entrepreneurs and black owners of airlines and banks and all that stuff. So sometimes, you know, some people are very visual, and when they see it, they get it. And there's nothing to make an impression on a young person than actually seeing an environment where this thing is actually working. So one of the things we have to do, we have to expose our young people to the globe.
Yeah.
What the world,
go global.
Yeah, go global. What the world actually, you know, when we look at the news sometimes, you know, you look at CNN, it's just primarily news about the United States and things that are affecting the United States. But there are tremendous things taking place in Africa right now that our young people are not aware of. You know, Akon, the rapper, he's actually building a city. You know, he has brought solar energy to so many parts of his homeland that is just incredible. And you know, so some tremendous things are happening, you know, with Black people around the world. But a lot of times our young people are not exposed to it, so they don't even know what the possibilities are, you know, except what they see happening in the United States.
Yes, that's amazing. So right there, it proves it's a proving fact that our next generation is the thing that's going to take everything that we've done and magnify it.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's what we're in. That's what we do. I don't know. I know your father was in the business, his own world. You was exposed to it at early age. I was exposed to business at an early age. And thank God, and this is what I try to explain, I'm going to always continue to explain to our people and to anybody, that lottie dottie, anybody but a dead body, you know? So if you, so to understand that when you take your children, you would give them exposure and access to what was going on, it becomes to be like it comes back to you.
Yeah.
It just comes back, and you realize, wow, look at this. Everything that I taught you is coming to fruition before I die.
Let me share some with you, sir. You know, the most highly educated and probably the most successful group of Black people in the United States are probably Nigerians, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things is that, of course, they come from a society where they see Black people in all capacities, and also is that when they come into this country, you know, a lot of us who come from different countries, when we come into this country, we don't come with any limits on our mind and our potential, because we've seen that you can reach the highest, your highest capabilities if you apply yourself. So we don't put any limits on ourselves and what we could achieve. So once we can get that into the minds of our young people, again by exposure and again by good parenting and stuff and good mentorship like what you're doing, man, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. I mean, we have the institutional racism and stuff to deal with, but hey, you know, we live in a global world and there's possibilities all over this world, outside of the United States also.
And that, you know, and that's, I'm glad you said it, because what I want you all to understand is that e-commerce world, you know, and I haven't even tapped it the way I can tap it. You know, I believe that, I really believe that God's getting ready to send the right people to navigate through these e-commerce systems. I mean, I can just see I'm gonna get ready to do just like this, and I need people to understand is that and I'm gonna say it again. I'm repeating myself. The economic shift is here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be thinking like, well, let me say it another way. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Just get some product in your hands. I don't care what it is. You know what this is right here? You know what this is?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's a KN95.
Okay. Yeah.
KN95. I ain't in no KN95 business, Marlon. But I am now.
Are you in the money business?
Right. I'm in the money business. And the thing is, people gonna always need this stuff. Now to have one of my associates, I just met them last week. So they came in Saturday and bought 100 of these. and called me today and said they're out. Now they're coming to get 200 of them. See, and they realize now, what did I say to them to make them, give them a better understanding? I wish he was on tonight. To give them a better understanding. It's like wholesale. I'll give him a price he can't refuse. And then he need to turn that around and go retail, because they're already retailing, and go wholesale.
Mm-hmm.
Open up the market. So that's the thing that I'm trying to get people to understand, is that the Black economic shift in the economy is here. It's not about waking up, it's just being more conscious. And that's all, to open up the conscious mind. That third eye that's right here in the front of your forehead. It's right up here in the front part of your brain. Is the consciousness, where it sees right out there. It sees things before you even get there. Okay? Yeah. And it's vision. I mean, we have, blind people that have better vision than most of us that can see. And it's not to rain down on somebody, it's to give you awareness, is that God is in the blessing business. I mean, I've seen God. I've seen his work. I've seen what he did with me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I see what he's done for others, And I'm just so excited, Marlon, that it's just every time I get a chance, I just want people to understand that God is doing some wonderful and great things. Regardless, evil gonna do what it do, but God will outdo evil every time. So let's be prepared for war. That's all.
Yeah. But sir, one of the things is that entrepreneurs have vision. And obviously you're an entrepreneur and you have vision. Some people are born entrepreneurs. I figure you were probably born an entrepreneur. You were born with that gift. Yeah. But those who may not have been born with it, they can learn it. They can learn it, right? So what they need to do is to take small steps. And if this COVID crisis hasn't woken, the masses up of the importance of having multiple streams or another stream of income outside of their work, then I don't know, their job, if they still have one, I don't know what will. But you can, if you're not an entrepreneur by birth or you didn't grow up in the environment, you're not going to be able to wake up one day and become an entrepreneur and start some type of business. So it's kind of like muscle memory. If you're accustomed doing something, you may not be good at it at first, but you stumble, you fall, you keep going. And after a while, you build up those little synapses in your brain that tell you exactly what to do and tell your muscles exactly what to do. And before you know it, you become good at it. So some people, they need to start taking small steps. Yeah. Come to your place, buy 100 bottles of oil, or mass or something. Come to a guy like me, find out what they can do online, how they can set up a online business, a digital business, or somebody like Evan, and get some education and see what they can do with some of the products and services. Start small, but start somewhere.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to go from a 9-to-5 situation automatically into a full-blown entrepreneur if you don't know what it feels like. You have no experience, and the possibility of failure, especially if you're going to put out a lot. I'm sure you've seen some people, they've had this dream of opening some type of business. They're working in a job their whole lives, and they have a dream of opening up some type of business, brick and mortar business. And they take their money, retirement money or whatever, open a brick and mortar business, and before 6 months to a year, they're out of business.
Yeah.
Right? They never took any babies. Before you were in that warehouse, where were you, sir?
I was on the street rolling.
On the street, right? but that experience on the street taught you everything you needed to know, or 90% of what you needed to know to be where you are right now. Right?
Yeah.
So what I'm telling people, start somewhere. I was listening to a tax lady a couple of days ago, a black lady, fantastic. She says everybody needs a home-based business. Just for the tax purpose, just for the tax write-offs alone. She says there are about 150 exemptions that people can have if they have a home-based business.
That's crazy. And plus, it's, like you said, it's a good starting point as well.
Yeah, just start. Man, my buddy was reminding me when I was in high school, we used to have parties at home and we would have extra fried chicken left over after the parties. I would take them bad boys and go back in school the next day and sell it. Stale fried chicken. But just start somewhere, man. Just start somewhere, and you never know where it will take you.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I started somewhere. I started with that $96. I said, let me get some T-shirts. Let me try to sell some of these T-shirts. T-shirts, get your T-shirts here.
Man, look how many people you've blessed.
Oh man.
Look how many people you've blessed, man. When I was on some hard times there, man, I got with you. We had them T-shirts, man, and we was. Yeah, I won't call no names. We might get in trouble, but we had his T-shirt out there.
Oh yeah, it was crazy, man.
Yeah,
we were telling T-shirt like crazy. So
yeah,
it's the thing that really, I just realized more than anything is that how great God is, how great He is, how magnificent He really, really is. I look at my life and I could have been anywhere doing anything. I could have been under a bridge, and I really gave myself some. I thought about that the other day, and I was like, if God had took His hands off me, and I think if I had took my hand away, because you got to reach towards God. God, He's loving, but you got to reach for Him, And I think I kept my hand out there, and He just grabbed me and said, "Come on, son,"
Yeah, but He's always reaching for you too. That's the good part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Moses, right? We don't get too deep, but Moses really thought that he couldn't really deliver the children of Israel. He saw himself inadequate. He said he couldn't speak. He didn't know the language again, all that stuff. And all God told him was, listen, what you got in your hand? So when he looked in his hand, he saw just the rod. But with that rod, he is able to bring down plagues on Egypt, open the Red Sea. He threw it on the ground. It became a serpent, ate up Pharaoh's serpent. So we got to realize, what do we have in our hands? What do we have in our mind? What creative abilities do we have around us? What resources we have around us to make things happen, to make things change? And God has given all of us something in our hands, something in our mind, something, something that we can create something special and move to the next level.
Yes. And in the crazy, and because this is what the whole energy is right now, is about, just Black Lives Matter and all this, and it is just so sweet to see it. But also in my own mind, it says, wow, this is mind-boggling. I see I don't watch a lot of TV.
Right, you ain't got time.
When I glance at it, and I might focus in on it, and it might be some soccer, or you might call it football, soccer,
right.
Yeah, even basketball. Now they wearing Black Lives Matter shirts before they play the game. I even think they got patches of Black Lives Matter on their uniforms. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, it's something special going on. Just You have to pray for the longevity of it.
Yeah.
One of the things that keep things going, man, is money.
Yeah.
You know, and the economics. You know, like I listened to a guy called Dr. Claude Anderson, man, and the basis of his whole powernomics theory, the foundation is economics.
Yes.
You know, when you got money, man, it makes a difference how people even approach you, how they talk to you, how they deal with you.
Yeah. And that's the thing about the Black Billionaires Club.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being in that space, you know, I mean, it's not even where it's gonna be. When we hit that thing full throttle, it's gonna be crazy. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is that collectively we are growing as a organization. You know, I mean, we're more powerful now than we was a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just to see some of the people that's probably on this feed. If you're on this feed, you're part of the BBC. Please put in hashtag BBC. And this environment is stimulating the Black economy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing when some of the BBC members, they shop over here. Mm-hmm. And it's fantastic. I mean, Evan came in today, dropped some money.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped some money, went on, did his thing, go make some sales.
He's a busy guy, man.
Yeah. And that's what we need. That's what we need. We need being busy and productive.
Mm-hmm.
And when we understand the true nature of how Black Lives Matter and why Black America, we matter. We know what's going on out here, but there's the one thing that we have power over is how we spend our money.
Mm-hmm.
There's no laws keeping us back from spending money with each other.
Yeah.
Isn't that powerful?
Yep. Well, a big, you mentioned a couple of things about, passing on to the next generation and passing on wealth and stuff to the next generation. We have to start looking at money and wealth differently.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that, what are you actually passing on? A lot of the other communities, they don't necessarily pass on a lot of cash. What they pass on is assets.
Yeah.
They pass on land, they pass on real estate, they pass on buildings, they pass on,
jewelry, gold,
silver, precious metals, right? They pass on, right? So they pass on assets, and these assets that they pass on have the ability to outride and keep in front of inflation. You see, because it's, you may pass on $100,000 to your kids, but in 5 years, that $100,000 might just have $50,000 purchasing value. While if you pass on an asset, a precious metal, gold, silver, land, real estate, you're looking at something that could appreciate in value and keep its value for generations. So we have to look at, there's an education piece that has to go on along with this whole movement for us to really understand what money is, how to properly save money, and what is really an asset. A lot of our people still believe that when we buy a house, that's an asset. That's a liability because you're still paying for it. There's no money coming in from it. You make your assets bring in money, or at least it keeps its value, right? With us, we are giving away money. We are spending money. So you're dealing with a liability. So there's a lot of education that needs to take place. And that's where, I spend a lot of my time trying to help people understand, what is really an asset and how to acquire assets, especially in the precious metals area of gold and silver.
Well, that right there in itself. So let's just take a couple of minutes because we ain't got that much time left. Let's go ahead and take a couple of minutes and go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you did with with around the money.
Yeah. Well, there are about 100,000 of us in a particular group called Wealth Builders, and our good boy Ty Best, he actually started that group. And what we do, we're helping Black people accumulate wealth. Not necessarily accumulate cash. We generate cash flow, but we show you how to save properly, to save in an appreciating asset instead of a depreciating asset, and also how to put that asset to work for you to generate more assets and more cash flow. All right? And our product is money. We all go to work to make money. We start businesses to make money, but our product is actually money, which is 24 karat gold. So we like to say you're not buying anything, you're just exchanging a paper currency that is depreciating in value to a hard asset that's appreciating in value. And that's what the other folks have on us, right? That's one of the things they have on us. They know how to save properly, and they know how to make that money work for them. We put our money in a bank, and we heading to negative interest rates. So that money could sit in our bank. You're gonna have to pay to keep your money in the bank pretty much just now. Right?
That's amazing. I never heard that one before.
Yeah. We down to pretty much the whole. That's why I said the globe. You gotta have a global picture. Most of the countries in Europe have negative interest rates, and that when you put your money in the bank, you have to pay for them to keep that money for you. Even though they're taking it and lending it out, you have to pay. There's no interest rates available. Okay, so that's where it's heading while the money is depreciating. So we're saying if you're saving, learn how to save properly. Start acquiring assets that appreciate in value, that don't have negative interest rates, okay, and that you can preserve your wealth for generations to come. So we tell folks, hey, if you could save $1 gram of gold a month, and you can tell the next person, hey, can you save $1 gram of gold a month? You're in business with us. All right, and we really feel this is a way to go because there's a big economic shift coming. A lot of things are going to change pretty much when we come out of this COVID situation, and people got to know what to do and how to do it.
Yeah, and that's important. Now, there's I'm not. Hey, how do people want to? If you want people to reach out to you, you can flip them right into give them some education.
Yeah, I'll put my phone number right here. You see it up there?
It's probably in the feed. You probably put it in the.
Okay, well, let me give it to you.
Or you put it in my chat.
Oh, it's in your chat?
Yeah, I'll just copy it.
Yeah, just copy, put my name there.
Yeah.
But the education piece is a big part of it, sir. Just being, having the mindset of an entrepreneur, and then knowing what to do with the income that you generate is very, very powerful.
That's it. I mean, because the whole thing, all these from what we know, and that's THORNE, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, great. So we helping to set a lot of people free, where they can live the lives they want to live and impact the communities they want to impact, because they have the freedom to do so. Dr. Anderson says, one of the reasons why people do us the way they do us is because they can.
Yeah.
They can.
Yeah. Claude Anderson?
Yeah, Claude Anderson.
Yeah.
He says, you don't see cops going through Korean communities and Indian communities beating up people and, all the kind of stuff that happen in our communities.
Yeah.
Because they control the economy and they control the environment.
Yeah. So that's where we're going to end up I think it's tough, man. It's tough getting, people, evil people or smart people, they know that we have a tough time connecting and doing things together.
Oh yeah.
They know it. They know it. No matter if you can get it going, and all of a sudden they know eventually, it's rare that you have an organization that keeps on rising up, keep on rising. That's rare. So it's they know, and I'm just I be in my space sometimes, Marlon. I be like, Lord, when you go send these people, because I can just notice. I said I believe that these people, the great minds, the ones we already have some around us. It's the next phase of great minds that's gonna come out and leverage. What's up, John?
Yeah, well, you got some pretty smart people around you, man. You just let them loose, man. Just let them loose.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming down the pipe, man. Believe me when I tell you. I just want to thank you, man, Marlon, for tuning in tonight. I think it was a great segment of understand Wake Up Black America, or let's get more conscious. We have to do more with our economics, and dealing with our youth and our young adults. And I just believe that the time is now. So you say, the time is coming. What? No, the time is now that God is going to bless us, but we have to be ready to bless each other. And that's the thing. Even with Heavenly Body Project, I'm like, oh God, you put a lot of energy on my shoulders, and I know why, because I can handle it. I mean, everybody can handle that phone ringing, people coming in, and
I don't know how you do it, man. I can't.
Boy, you should see us sometime in here, boy, the other day. I mean,
you like the energy, though. You like the energy. You love it. You love it.
I believe that, God has the greatest sense of humor of all time. And his sense of humor, he said, watch, I'm going to allow you or allow evil to get you here and just start to, it looked like it was, where I come from. I mean, just being in position to be, married X amount of times, and drugs, and being molested, and and depression, and dealing with the death of my family, and being the only sibling. I'm the only sibling left.
Right.
So all my immediate family gone, but when that happened, or while it was happening, there was people around me that would just not lift me up. And that's why I try to tell people right now that we're in a great position right now. No matter what was going on in your life, when you was depressed and victimized, but you're still alive. And if you believe, you will achieve. This is one of the believe me when I say this, I know people gonna think I'm crazy. Regardless of what's going on, this is definitely, as far as I know, because I've been to a lot of countries. To me, this is one of the greatest countries going, in terms of being able to get some things done.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, when
I'd rather do it here than anywhere in the world right now. Believe me.
I mean, there's some really cool places around the world. I ain't gonna lie, but America has the potential to give you an opportunity that you don't necessarily get in other places. Sometimes you're locked into some type of system, whether it's class or caste or whatever it is, and it prevents you from going forward and making that move to the next level.
Yes.
You can come. Man, I had a little education under my belt, But when I came back to the U.S., I came back with a wife and a son and a few suitcases and maybe a couple $100, you know?
Yes.
Didn't know exactly how we were going to make it, where we were going to live, all that kind of stuff. And God has brought me a long, long, long way, man. You know, I'm not rich, but you know, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Okay.
so the thing is that, you know, there's a lot of opportunity despite what you see around you. There's a lot of opportunity. You got to put on the right goggles, the right glasses, you know, that entrepreneur visionary glasses to see
Yeah.
what's available.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I have, I do business in some of the other countries overseas, and that's why I tell people from local to global, baby. You know,
Yeah.
and I was talking to the Bahamas. It happened 2 days in a row. One of my associates called me yesterday, and one called me today. I was like, "Go ahead, God," you know, because I know they want that product back over. They shut the Bahamas down. They couldn't do hardly nothing. I bet you multiple islands. I mean, so you know, look at what's going on around the world, and there's no way this is the greatest country in the world. Even if I had this business over in the Bahamas, I couldn't have did what I did the last few months. No way.
Man. Yep, you were open.
You're a microcosm company over in these other countries, and they see you. They say, "There you are, right there, right?" Over here, it's like it's different. You know, it's like you can be able to still grow your business. You know, it was definitely a blessing. I mean, it was a curse and a blessing at the same time. You know, but I know, you said, very blessed, Sir Mark. Not everyone that was in your position out here today. That's true, Vivian. I mean, a lot of my friends or family that been through some of the stuff I've been through with the drugs and all that, they ain't here. They ain't here. Most of them were either locked up, and my brother was murdered. My other brother died of an overdose. You know, other brother, you know, just the lungs got filled with cancer and took him out. You know, my sister drank herself to death. So because my mother passed, so there's, you know, I said I was the blessed one. I was the golden child. You know what I'm saying? And I never thought I would be the one left. You know, and doing the things that I'm doing to help God's people. It's a blessing. You know, and I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I want to thank you first, Marlon. Thanks for coming on in and checking in on me. America is a grateful capitalist.
And listen, man, I'm ready to work for you, so don't forget what we spoke about.
Yeah, I gotta look at that video and all that of mine. But you know, you're right. But thank God for focus. I'll be in trouble. I'll be in trouble. We wouldn't be doing nothing right now.
Exactly.
For focus. So I thank God to continue to give me the opportunity to do that. I got to get on another broadcast. I'm late already. I appreciate you, King. Have a great evening. God bless everybody. I hope that you continue to have an awesome night. I hope that God continues to just bless every breath and every step you take. You're welcome, Queen. Stay in peace, not in pieces. And I really hope and I pray that you have an awesome rest of the night and the rest of the week. Okay? And take care of yourself and each other, okay? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please share with others. Peace, love, and community service. And remember, when you master community service, you will master customer service. Have a great night, everybody. Peace and love.